I remember I got dragged online once because bitches didn't like because someone was like, what's an unpopular opinion that people don't like, but that you really believe in? Or it was something like, oh, what's something that you want to implement and change into the world if you could, like, rule the world for a day? And I said, if I could, I would make it that anybody is able to get a job regardless of their hairstyle, skin color, like if they have tattoos or piercings or not, and I would go for that. And I had tons of fucking bitches being like, oh, okay. They were insulting the shit out of me, dragging me, calling me all sorts of names, everything but a child of fucking God. And it's like, boo hoo, bitch. I don't care if my babysitter has like piercings or blue hair as long as she treats my child well. Cause y'all be dropping your kids off at what you think is a holy fucking home. But we've seen plenty of news and crimes reports, even in churches where people are holy as fuck, where those kids come out the other side with a lot of bad trauma. Like, did you hear about the death of fucking, what was that girl's name? It was a young girl back in the day. Sylvia Likens. She herself got hurt and abused by what people thought was probably some God-fearing old lady who would be such a good caregiver. No, that absolute bitch had her fucking tortured. There are bad people on this planet wearing fucking anything in the world, but I'm not gonna be all, oh my god, I can't believe my nurse has a nose piercing, as long as she treats me fucking well. Like, frankly, you can't complain about the homelessness crisis and this, and that if you're also gonna be like, oh, but if you have a nose piercing or any tattoos on your arms, you don't deserve to have a job. Because, let me ask you, um, if you really are that like fragile, which you shouldn't be, other types of people in this world exist, you fucking idiot. Actually, no, that's just it. Other people in this world exist outside of your bubble, you fucking idiot. Not every person with tattoos is a gang member. Sometimes it was just someone who had a Pinterest account at 18 and then decided to get a fucking tree tattoo. It doesn't mean that they're a criminal or a gang member. It just meant they were bored, or maybe an art school student. Or even if someone was a gang member, do you want them to just be like, oh, I can't get a job anywhere else because I was a felon, or because I fell into some dumb shit? I would rather that person go, okay, I fucked up, but I want my life to be better. And then they work at Denny's or Waffle House or security or even nice, pleasant jobs. Like, fuck it. You might be like, hey, you know what? I fell into a life of crime because of my fucked up family upbringing and my toxic environment. But you know what? I was always really good at gardening. And then you become a fucking gardener. Or you could be some teenage girl who had a bunch of fucking episodes when they were young, and now you have like five fucking hair and self-harm scars and some tattoos. But then you get rehabilitated, you get therapy, then you go, you know what? I was always good with kids. And then you work at a daycare so that kid can not get re-traumatized the way you were. I'm totally fine with it. Not everybody fucking likes it for a reason, I get it. But it's like, I don't like the whole Puritan mindset shit. Because once you have the mindset of like, oh, that woman dared to have a low cut top, she's a whore for the rest of her fucking life and needs to be demonized for showing too much leg. Or, oh, look at that person. They have a pink of blue in their hair. Clearly a reckless cunt. I wish people like that could get stoned to death. Am I right? They should just starve in the streets. Once you get that mindset, it gets like, you just don't need it. Because funny enough, actually, yeah, I went to this place called Bambino's recently. Everybody there fit like the whole standard look of like, I don't know, brown hair, slicked back or braided, and then like they were rude as a motherfucker. Like, I walked in by myself and the treatment was so bad upon me entering that I left within the only like fucking 5 to 10 minutes there. And I thought, okay, either my blood pressure is high or I'm tripping. I went back with my man later that night. We came back. We still got that fucking shitty treatment. And then he was like, holy fucking shit, this is bad. This is so bad. But you know who came to save the entire evening? This lovely woman with purple fucking damn near Melanie Martinez style bangs and some fucking cute fucking possibly handmade butterfly ceramic earrings she had on. And she had this warm smile and warm energy. And she was nice as fuck. She was so sweet, thoughtful, caring. That's the type of treatment I want. I don't give a fuck if a girl's hair is pink. I don't give a fuck about, like, it's like, I don't care. Can you be nice to me? Also, dumbasses, like, if you actually put yourself in positions where you see that not every person with tattoos or different colored hair or different color skin or dreadlocks or locks, as some people like to call it. Sorry, I'm working on it. Don't kick my ass. Like, if you actually put yourself in situations where you can be like, oh, I'm around this person, and look, I didn't get stabbed, I didn't get raped, I'm not violated, I feel safe here, then you will feel good. And I feel like that's good. I get it. Some people don't want to encourage that behavior because they have the whole lily white picket fence American dream lifestyle, or maybe they have certain conservative values. But to me, you should not give a fuck. It's like if you and your family are good, and you and your loved ones are good, and they fit whatever the fuck you like for your individual circle, then frankly, it should not matter who's giving you your food as long as they do it fucking well. It should not matter who's cleaning your floors, who's the CI, who's the fucking CEO. Like, I don't care. If a CEO of a business is like the most wild looking motherfucker ever, I do not care. Like, do you know who Owen Gray is? And if you do, seek help. I'm kidding. It's okay to like sex. It's not. He's a porn star. But you know, if a nigga like him decided not to get into porn despite all his crazy ass tattoos, easily identifiable, by the way, I like it. If you look up the man with the blackout tattoo with the letters on it, he pops up immediately. Nice content. I will say this, if he was just working, I don't know, imagine any job possible. I would not care if he was a CEO or an assistant producer, or if he was in charge of, like, just, I don't give a fuck. If he was in charge of merchandising or investing or making startup businesses or working at the post office, I don't care as long as he does a good fucking job. So no one should give a shit. Like, as long as someone's hygienic and nice enough, I think they should have any job they want, because you can't complain about homelessness but then also be like, oh hey, sorry, actually we're not hiring you because we don't want the blacks here, or we don't want someone who has hair like yours. That's so funny. Funny enough, my friend was hired at this job, and then the job, despite seeing how they looked at the interview, they tried to be like, cool, if you want to work here, just so you know, absolutely, you always have to have your hair tied back, no this, no that, no this, no that, you can't have colored hair, you can't have like any nails. And they weren't in a food service job, so it was weird that they were saying you can't have their nails a certain way, and they saw her nails were like long and already done. And they were just listing tons of shit, like you can't, you have to buy a new fancy outfit, you have to like have your hair dyed this color, you have to get your nails changed, all this and that. And then my friend just went down the really long list they gave of like all the shit they'd have to change. And they just said, oh, I'm sorry, this job doesn't work for me. And the business owner was like, oh, what? Why not? And I said, oh, because I'd have to spend not only a bunch of money on a uniform to fit this restaurant, or not even a restaurant, it was like a cheese store. Then they didn't have to handle, like, it was weird. It was like boxes of cheese, really. They were like, yeah, so that just doesn't work for me. Also, I would like a job where I have freedom to express myself with my looks, and also this job in my country does not require someone to have their hair color changed or their nails a certain length or color either. And once they heard that, they changed the job requirement instantly. They were like, actually, fuck all that noise. Just come in like decently, like business casual, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's fine. And then they got hired. Is the job bullshit? Yeah, but at the least on the bright side, they didn't get discriminated against and they got a job. If you're an employer, you're also going to be like, why is no one accepting my jobs? I have rejected jobs too, because it's like, okay, like extremely, extremely, just, yeah, fuck that shit.